Welcome to the 2025 UIM F1H2O World Championship Season Preview. Join us as we journey through breathtaking venues and meet the teams and drivers to find out who's got the edge to chase the championship on the road to Sharjah. Dramatic team changes have reshuffled the deck. A past champion returns from retirement. A dynasty fights to reclaim its throne. New rivalries ignite as young blood challenges the old guard. The 2025 season features a brand new, exciting calendar with some intriguing locations with uncharted waters. From the twisting challenge of Indonesia's Lake Toba to the stormy battles in Shanghai and the intriguing circuits of China and the Middle East, the journey leads us to Sharjah, the final showdown where the champion will be crowned. Who will rise to the occasion and sweep the championship? Join us as we journey through the 2025 season and uncover the stories behind the contenders. The road to Sharjah begins now. As the world's best powerboat racers hit the water, all eyes turn to the man who claimed last year's championship, Jonas Andersen of Team Vietnam. Jonas Andersen is a self-made champion who has long battled against big-budget teams, working with fewer resources and tuning his own engines. In 2024, the newly formed Team Vietnam took a chance on him, and he delivered. The victory earned the Swede his third title and delivered instant success to Team Vietnam, claiming both the drivers and team championships in their debut season. Now all eyes will be on Andersen to deliver again.
Yeah, I'm going to have a new boat for 25 and it's going to be super good. What can I say? Yeah, we were working hard this winter. I've been working hard with new engines and try to understand and to get more power, of course, like everybody else, but I think we find little. I think it's going to be very good. If you don't have everything perfect, you are not in the top. So.
Andersen's 2024 teammate was Estonian rookie Stefan Arend, but with his departure to Sharjah team, Andersen now joins forces with Finnish driver Kalle Vippo. With the season opener fast approaching, the pressure is on for Team Vietnam and Jonas Andersen to defend their crown. One of Andersen's fiercest rivals is fellow Swede and close friend Eric Stark. The Victory Team driver beat Andersen and won Vietnam's inaugural race in 2024. Their rivalry hit a boiling point in Shanghai during a controversial race many deemed too dangerous to run. A near catastrophic crash escalated the battle, but Stark emerged unscathed, edging out Andersen to claim second.
I don't know, somehow we made it on the right way. So,
a result that reignited his title hopes for Victory Team. But fate had other plans. A crash in the following race shattered Stark's momentum, leaving him to close the season in P3. Then, in a move that stunned the paddock, Eric Stark walked away from Victory Team, and he defected to their greatest rival, Team Abu Dhabi.
Yeah, I had many good years with Victory, but sometimes opportunity comes, and it was probably one of my hardest decisions in my life. I love everyone in Victory; they've done so much for me, and we have achieved a lot together. It's amazing to be, going from the biggest team in the world to the next biggest team in the world. It's a big pressure to be in Victory and in Abu Dhabi, because when you have bosses, they expect things from you. So you need to deliver all the time, and your bad days cannot be that bad.
Team Abu Dhabi has been the dominant team of the last decade, guided by 10-time world champion Guido Capellini. But the past two seasons have been rough. Alberto Comparato was brought in to replace 3-time champion Sean Torrente, but a tough season saw him exit early, finishing 17th in the standings. Meanwhile, veteran Emirati Thani Al-Kamsi, with just 1 points finish last year, is determined to turn things around and help restore Team Abu Dhabi's winning legacy.
My last year it was bad because I have many problems, sometimes with the boat, sometimes with the engine. For next year we have a new boat, and Guido also, he built the boat. He understands the driver what he need. He can make boat for you. You can, if the boat is not good driving, he can upgrade the boat, modify the boat. We hope, inshallah, do very well this year.
Eric Stark and Thani Al-Khamzi will be joined by a third driver, Thani's cousin, Rashid Al-Khamzi, a 5-time F2 world champion. Is Stark the driver to bring Team Abu Dhabi back to the top? The 2015 F1H2O World Championship season kicks off in Indonesia's Lake Toba, a circuit as complex as it is unforgiving. Located on the island of Sumatra, Lake Toba is the perfect backdrop, sitting in the ancient caldera of a supermassive volcano that exploded 70,000 years ago in a climate-changing event. The thrilling F1H2O circuit runs close to shore, providing ample room for the tens of thousands of spectators who lined it to watch the racing action unfold. It was here last season that a Canadian rookie burst onto the scene, challenging Jonas Anderson's third title defense. Rusty Wyatt had just signed as the principal driver for Sharjah team, led by legendary 4-time world champion Scott Gilman, and was still finding his footing in the F1H2O boat. But in a dramatic final lap surge, he stormed past Anderson and Stark, clinching a stunning, record-breaking victory in his debut race. Anderson and Stark were left stunned, while Wyatt stole the spotlight.
When we went in and had pace right away and actually won the first race in Indonesia, we all went home and kind of put it all together and say, you know, this is obviously going really well, so we were going to push with everything we have, you know, not necessarily ease into it.
He followed it up with a win in Sardinia and was leading the championship 14 points clear of Jonas Anderson, but after a series of setbacks, he finished the year in second place. Now, Rusty Wyatt is determined to fight back, armed with a new boat and a fresh opportunity.
Beautiful, lovely. Boat you start with the weekend to race, you have to use that boat continuous for the weekend. So what we've tried to do is have a long boat and a short boat within that boat. So obviously it has to start with a short boat, and we have connection pieces that we can add on to the short boat to make it longer. So the longer boat is better in the rough water, and then the shorter boat is better in the calm water for speed and acceleration. So, you know, every race, you got to be so consistent. You know, you could lose it in such a hurry. You know, one bad race, you got to be perfect all the time, right? And that's where all the hard work comes into play. These guys behind the scene at the Sharjah club.
The Sharjah team will continue with veteran Finnish driver Philip Roms.
Yeah, well, for me, the racing is in my blood. I have been driving all the stuff with the motors, the snowmobiles, and with the ATVs, and now with the boat, so the racing is my life.
The big news is that the Sharjah team will add a third driver, Estonian Stefan Arendt. Arendt began his rookie year with Team Vietnam, regularly locking horns with his fellow rookie Wyatt. His fierce competitiveness frequently placed him in the top 5, but his campaign came to an early end after 2 major crashes.
From the accidents that I had last season, obviously they were a bit different. One was on a right-hander and one was on a left-hander, so I experienced in both ways. But the crashes, in a way, they did calm me down a bit. Obviously, sometimes there needs to be something that brings you back to like reality in a way. I feel like I've learned from my mistakes, and I will definitely try to stay upright this season.
Another team that made its mark on Lake Toba was Stromoy Racing. In 2023, Polish driver Bartek Marszalek braved heavy seas and fended off defending champion Sean Torrente to secure his first ever podium finish, an impressive breakthrough that announced his arrival on the big stage. He has become a regular fixture in the final qualifying rounds and finished the year in 5th place.
The 25 lineup will be the same as 24. We still got Bartek with us, and I'm very happy for that.
My main goal is to be on the podium in overall classification World Championship. So I know how to do it, I'm confident and that's the plan and I will do my best to realize it.
The Norwegian veteran Marit Stromoy, she's a true innovator and is spearheading the field's development of the only 4-stroke engine. After overcoming numerous challenges, trying to dial in the right setup, she managed to finish 8th overall.
So last season we had the first full season with the 4-stroke. It went very well. We were getting faster and faster every race, and my boat is shortened and very wide to compensate for the big engine, for the heavy engine. And we actually, with this, we managed to turn as quick as everyone else. But of course then at the end of the straight, when you hit 210, 250, 220 kilometers an hour, it becomes a bit more lively, to say it the least. So that is the constant battle between having a fast boat and a boat you can handle in the rough. So the big question is, will any other teams go to switch to the Apex, the 4-stroke? And I think that they will eventually. If I end up on the podium, because it will, that is what we're thinking about, podium, everyone's chasing podiums. And as soon as I get on the podium, which I think will be very soon, they will see that it's worth it. Because at the end of the day, there is so much to save economically and time-wise. You can use the engine for hundreds of hours, while the other one you have to change and serve every 2-3 hours. So.
One competitor who will be in Stromoy's way is Red Devil F1 Team's 2-time world champion Sami Seljo, who edged her out in the standings last season, finishing 6th. In the final race at Sharjah, he debuted a newly designed boat built by the Sharjah team and began the long process of refining his setup. Sami Seljo continues with his Red Devil F1 teammate Ferdinand Zandbergen. The promising young Dutchman endured a series of mishaps in a challenging season and ultimately finished a lackluster P13.
Racing with Sami Seljo is, how long has it been? Like 10 years I'm racing with him. But only like 3 years against him, with him. But he's a good teacher and I can learn a lot from him, and it's good to have him in the team. The coming season I expect to be a lot better because we have new equipment, new boats. We will test before the season starts, so I hope we can make a big difference this year.
Together, Zandbergen and Seljo have to embark on a bold comeback. The second stop on the road to Sharjah takes us to Shanghai, China, a battleground of extreme conditions set against a stunning city. The UIM F1H2O World Championship had returned to Shanghai in 2024 after a 20-year hiatus. On home waters in Shanghai, all eyes will be on the CTIC China team as local fans rally behind their national heroes. Leading the charge is Frenchman Peter Marin, one of the most exciting drivers to watch on the tour, whose 2 second-place finishes and a 3rd last season made him an outside shot in the title hunt. Finishing 4th overall, he is constantly sharpening his skills under mounting pressure to deliver for his team and country.
During the winter time, I train a lot. I run like almost 3 times a week, and I like do some mountain bike. And after we feel that we are very good shape in the boat when it's like very hot. We expect to be in the top of the street drivers, so we will work for it.
Alongside him, American driver Brent Dillard has been pivotal in securing a solid 3rd place in the team championship. Together, they embody the rising spirit of CTIC China as they aim to make an even bigger impact this season. As our tour reaches the mid-season, the stakes build and pressure will mount as the championship battle tightens on the road to Sharjah. The fleet will head to Zhengzhou, China. This nation has hosted dozens of F1H2O events and is renowned for its spectacular events and the deep passion of its local fans. For teams further down the standings, these mid-season wildcards present an opportunity, an open door to upset the established order. One such team looking to capitalize is F1 Atlantic team, where Great Britain's Ben Jelf has battled through early challenges and is now finding his stride with a 6th place finish in Sardinia in 2024. Now, he is laser focused on breaking into the top 6.
So far 2024, Marit has been my #1 rival. Nearly every race we've always got just behind her. She's just beat us in qualifying. And she's always very, very difficult to pass. I mean, Jonas in Sardinia even said it's like hitting a wall. I mean, I've had that all year. He only had that one race.
He partners with Portugal's Duarte Benavente, who still has room to elevate his performance.
For myself, I will try to do a better job than in 24. I will try to be more consistent, solve all the technical issues that I had last year and try to make a good season, because I don't have too much more seasons to stay in Formula 1, so I want to do 1 or 2 final good seasons before I leave Formula 1.
Similarly, Maverick Racing continues in pursuit of progress. French duos Cedric Deguin and Alexander Bourgeot have faced their share of challenges. While they have yet to break through to the elite ranks, they remain determined competitors in the field.
The 24 season was not very bad, but not very good. We was in the middle. We are working a lot of in the propeller, on the engine, modify the boat, and we hope it will be better for on the wave and with the wind and everything.
I'm so difficult for me. I'm light driver. I'm so difficult for search a good balance with Earl and me, and we work for that. Race after race, we work for the best setup for me.
As for Alberto Comparato, after his early departure from Team Abu Dhabi, he will resurrect his old outfit, Comparato F1 Racing, a team with which he burst onto the scene in 2022, clinching a pole and 3rd place finish.
Team Abu Dhabi didn't go so well, like we were hoping for, but yeah, I started to speak with my dad, can we do it again, the team, because I feel better at home. I'm very excited because I'm back with my team, and I always had a lot of fun with them. In the smaller classes we always win. For 2025 I need to find back a bit myself because this year was not good. So of course I need to get a bit back on it to be fast, consistent.
This time around, instead of reuniting with Brock Cohen as before, he'll be joined by Damon Cohen as they look to forge a new chapter in their racing legacy.
So this will be my H2O debut. It's a little bit daunting. I've been watching H2O since I was 8 years old. So a lot of the guys I get to rub shoulders with are people I've been watching for many years. However, I'm just going to take it as it comes. At the end of the day, they're going to be another boat on the water.
The championship then heads back to the United Arab Emirates as teams zero in on the championship crown. It is also the home turf for Victory Team of Dubai, a team that stands as the undisputed powerhouse of water sport racing, a legendary organization with a rich heritage. Victory Team made a triumphant return in 2023 with Swedish legend Eric Stark as their star driver. Stark delivered a remarkable P2 finish in 2023, followed by a P3 in 2024. And then a dramatic twist saw him depart to join Team Abu Dhabi, Victory's fiercest rival from Dubai's sister city. The burning question for Victory was, who could possibly rise to the challenge and carry Victory's legacy forward? Victory Team needed more than a driver, they needed a champion. And they got one, the man from Miami, 3-time world champion American Sean Torrente. He retired in 2023 after a horrendous crash with his now Victory teammate Ahmed Al Fahim and was hospitalized for days, after which the American said goodbye to his F1 career.
I left in a stretcher. That's how I left. It's not really the best way to leave. Like, you don't ever want to, there's never the perfect ending, right? The crash took a while to recover from, longer than I thought it would, honestly. I was training from 3 days after I got home with a new trainer that all they do is train football players, professional football players, soccer players. By June, I was I felt like a different person. I had range of motion I didn't have before. I was stronger than I ever was, and I continued on that. And then in July, I started getting calls from over here. And then that's when the mind switched back on. And you start thinking, and you start going, man, I can really do that. I could still do that. I know I don't have many years left doing that, or many opportunities left, so time is of the essence. Let's go back and try to figure out how to get one more, at least one more.
Victory Team is going all out in 2025, signing a third driver, Finnish sensation Alec Bäckström, back after 2 years.
I haven't spoken English in 2 years, you have to remember. It's coming slowly. The first time I walked into the building, to be honest, I was a little bit nervous because big thing for a little kid from Finland to come to a team like Victory Team, and you know the background of the team and you know their achievements, so walking in like a little boy is a big thing, but the way they welcomed me was really nice, so it was easy to get inside the team. Victory Team, I believe I can speak for all the kids, is a dream for everyone, and to be part of it now is a dream come true for me. It's amazing.
Bäckström burst onto the scene in 2022, finishing an impressive 4th in the overall championship. Now he joins forces with Sean Torrente, a former rival he battled fiercely on and off the water.
When I raced the 2 years and Sean was there, he was like an idol for me because of course I've watched F1 for a long time and he's been the #1 guy to beat, and then me and him have some friction on the track, disagree on some things what the other guy did to the other guy, but still we have a really good relationship, and he's been, teaching me what to do and what not to do and given good advice, like fatherly advice.
Ahmet Al-Fahim stays on with Victory Team, now beyond the rookie curve and focused on getting down to business in 2025.
I know that yes, my previous 2 years of the two seasons I've been through, I went through a lot, and I learned a lot, of course, and hoping that's in the past now. I'm looking forward for the next season. I feel like I will be much better positioned than the last 2 seasons, for sure.
Victory Team enters the new season with one goal: to reclaim their place at the top. Finally, all roads lead to Sharjah. After months of battle, after victories and heartbreaks, the road to Sharjah reaches its final destination. The event in Sharjah has become the classic season ender and is the perfect backdrop with a race circuit bang in the center of the city on the Khalid Lagoon. Sharjah has hosted the Road to Sharjah UIM F1H2O Grand Prix for 3 decades. From rookies making history to veterans fighting for one last shot, this is what it's all been building toward.
Yeah, I think the competition is super hard now. Rusty coming in did a fantastic season. You need to be on your limit all the time. Last year I got beaten from pole like so many times from Jonas in the last minute, so you can basically never relax.
This season I want to prove the team that I'm worth what they believe I'm worth.
All is so very tight, so and there's many more drivers also coming all the time, so it's gonna be tough.
Yeah, with the new contract too, the 2025, there's a great bonus at the end. So obviously there's a bit of an excitement there.
Yeah, I'm only driving to win. If I'm second or third, then of course I'm happy in the moment, but then it's not where you want to be as a racer.
Man, the only reason I'm getting on an effing airplane for 15 hours or 30 hours is to win the World Championship. That's it. We're here to win the World Championship. I'm with Victory Team. They're the greatest team in the world, boat racing team in the world. We're not here to just compete. We're here to win.
Who will rise, who will fall, and who will etch their name into history? The 2025 UIM F1H2O World Championship is set to be one of the most intense in history. The battle is wide open, and only the strongest will survive. Join us as the road to Sharjah begins.